Are you getting voice from that recordings?
Yes.
Okay. Are you listening that?
Yeah.
Or yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's very important to revise and everything.
Yes. Yes. Right. These all are, if you configure VLANs in this server, just assume that VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4. We don't bother about configuring again in other clients. This VLAN database will reflect, this will send a frame that is BTP frame. This will send to all other switches.
Yep.
This will contain VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4, but this VLAN, this switch doesn't maintain this VLAN information. This will maintain just copy of that VLAN information. That's it.
Yep.
But it doesn't maintain any VLAN.dat file in the flash. Just it will maintain a copy of that VLAN information. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Did I explain anything did I explain any lab like VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4? I configured. Yes, I explained, right?
Mm, I can remember the in the lab. Yeah, in the lab we set up the VLAN info and set up some computers, workstations.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah.
But VLAN 5 information it doesn't send in. Here I have configured VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4, and VLAN 5, right? Here just 2, 3, and 4, and here 2, 3, 4, 5. But this VLAN 5 information it doesn't send it, right? Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, Suraj.
Yes, miss. No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. Some other guy have some doubt. That's why.
Uh, You only do CCNA class, or you do some other classes too?
Yeah, ccna and ccnp.
Uh,
And I have programming knowledge also.
wow.
If they have any doubt, I will explain. Because previously I did a developer job.
Whoa, that's good.
Yep. In this we have TCL scripting also. Do you know?
TCL.
This Cisco will support this TCL scripting. If you want to do automation, it will support TCL scripting by default. We don't install. We don't want to install TCL again. Yeah, I will explain this later. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little breaking.
Hello.
Yeah,
You are getting now?
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. These are four modes. If you explain these three modes are also good. If you want to say here, by default we have just say that we have three modes in the VTP, and just in VTP 3 version 3 they introduce another mode, that is off mode. If you explain like this, it is good.
Okay.
Do you understand? Whenever you face any interview at that time, how many modes they will ask, how many modes are there in VTP. You just say three modes: server, client, and transparent. And version 3 they introduced another mode, that is off mode. Just explain like this. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Whenever you are sending, at the time it will send in switches the PDU name. What is the PDU name in switch?
A packet? No, frame?
Frame.
Yes.
Yeah, frames. In routers, at the time, packets.
Yes.
Okay. In cables, bits.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes, mice. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Why I asked, like, here it will send VTP frames. It will send to all the switches. Okay. Now I will explain in the lab. Okay.
Okay.
Here I am taking three switches. Okay.
Yep.
Now and hello.
Yes, mice.
Yep. By default mode is server mode. If you did not configure BTP mode server, means it will directly take server mode.
Okay.
Just see this. I am connecting, and if frames will send through trunk port.
So all the switches are server mode by default, right? We have.
And BTP mode server. See this device mode already in server mode.
Yep.
Right? This is by default mode in the switch. BTP mode as server.
Yep. It's already-
I'm configuring, and I'm taking another one, another 3 switches. Okay.
Okay.
Why I'm taking another switches, I will explain. First, I'm taking interface gigabit range, interface range gigabit 0 by 1 to 2. Switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk. Allow VLAN R. Okay.
Yes.
Here also I'm taking okay.
Yes.
Now, if I configure VLANs here, by default these all switches are server mode, right?
Yeah.
Now I am configuring VTP mode as server.
Okay.
Here I am configuring as VTP and mode as client. Setting device to VTP client mode. Okay.
Yes.
You have to remember these messages also.
Yes.
If you configure server to client, at the time it will set device to VTP client mode. Okay.
Okay.
Here also I'm configuring do we yeah, I will explain that. Interface range gigabit 0 by 1 to 2 switch port mode trunk switch port trunk allowed VLAN R and VTP mode client. Did I configure any VLANs in these two switches? These two switches?
No, Miles.
No. Here I have configured VLANs, right?
Yes.
Show VLAN. Series VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4, VLAN 5. Now here check this. Show VLAN. How you will check VLANs? Show VLAN is the command, right?
Yes.
Is this any reflected in this switch?
No,
Why?
because it's not configured yet.
But what I say, whenever you configure VLANs, it will reflect to another switch, right?
Yeah.
but it doesn't reflect anything.
There should be a command that should enforce.
Sorry?
We have to push a command that should enforce in all the switches, or
No.
then it should reflect, right? Hmm.
Now here I have configured, this is another scenario. Here what I configured, VTP server, right? Mode server.
Yes.
And here I am configuring client, right?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. Now I'm configuring VLANs here. Here, just in first switch, I want to see VLANs. What the command show VLAN command, it will show the VLANs, right? VLAN information.
Yes.
It is also not reflecting.
Yep. Reflecting yet.
Whenever you configure, first you have to configure VTP and mode.
Yep.
And after that, you have to configure VTP domain name. Okay? Now I am configuring domain name here in the server switch. I'm giving domain name as Cisco, and remember it is changing VTP domain name from null to Cisco. By defaultly it is null domain name. Okay.
Yep.
Now see the status. If you want to check VTP, then give show VTP status. Now the domain name is changed to Cisco, right?
Yep.
And here it will say that VTP version. What version it is? 2 version. Version 2. We have 3 versions, right? In previous class, I explained that VTP version 1, version 2, and version 3.
Yeah.
Version 3 is now introduced, means 2 or 3 years back they introduced version 3. But in this switch, it by defaultly the version number is 2. Okay.
Okay.
And this config it will decide that which one is the server. Okay.
Okay.
I will explain that. Don't worry about that. What I configure VLANs. After that, I configure names, right?
Yep.
Then the time it changed, right? Revision number
Yep.
0 to 2. By default, the revision number is 0. Whenever you make changes in VLAN, did I configure trunk ports here?
Yeah, I guess.
I did not configure trunk ports here. Here I configure trunk ports.
Yeah. Okay. Not on the first one.
Yeah. In this one, I did not configure any trunk port, right?
Yeah.
That is why it is not sending this information.
Okay.
Yeah, VTP, sorry, interface gigabit 0 by 1 to 2. Range gigabit 0 by 1 to 2. Okay.
Yes.
And here I am configuring switch port mode as trunk.
Yeah.
Switch port trunk, allow VLAN R.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now Here also I am giving interface range gigabit 0 by 1 to 2. Switch port mode trunk, and switch port trunk allow VLAN out. Here also I am configuring what is there.
Range.
Yeah. Switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allow VLAN out. Okay.
Yes.
Show BTP status. Now see this. It is a client, and here did I configure domain name in the client?
Yeah.
No. In server, I have configured
Oh,
domain name as
Cisco.
Cisco,
Yeah.
but it is reflected in client.
Yep.
Just see show VLAN in the client. Now 2, 3, 4, 5 are configured.
Okay.
And see here, I did not change anything here, right?
Yeah, nothing.
If you want to check in the configuration mode, how you will check?
Do show.
Yep. Do show VLAN. Now here also reflected, right?
Yeah, it is reflected now.
How you will check the VTP?
Show BTP status.
Yeah, do show VTP status.
Oh, okay.
In this mode, in this configuration mode. See this? Domain name has changed. Existing VLANs are 9 and region number is 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have created some doubt here. That's why you are not able to understand, right? I thought you are not getting properly. Show VLAN here. Yeah, now it is reflected, right?
Yes.
Sorry, what is this? This is server, right?
Is this now? Yeah. You have to see.
It is not reflected here, right?
Yes.
It is not reflected here also. Because I did configure here is a trunk ports, that's it. I did not configure. First, I have configured VLANs. After that, I have configured VTP mode. Just assume that this is first one, and this is second one. Okay.
Okay.
And what I did is, in first one, I have configured VLAN first, right?
Yes, Moise.
If you configure VLANs, after that you configure VTP status or VTP mode, at that time it will not reflect this VLAN information. This VLAN information will not consider revision number. What is revision number? I will explain, okay? And here, if you are not configure VTP domain or VTP name, first you have to provide, hello?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
First, you have to configure trunk ports first, because these VTP frames are sent through trunk ports only. Do you understand?
Yes.
You know the native VLAN, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In the native VLAN, it doesn't contain any tags, right?
Yeah.
Along with this native VLAN, it will send this VTP frames also. If you don't have a trunk port, it will not send this VLAN information, because we are sending multiple VLAN information, right?
Yep.
In VTP also we are sending multiple VLAN information. It must have a trunk port. That's why I did not configure first. After that I configure. Okay.
So what?
After trunk port,
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am. So
After trunk port configuration, you have to give uh, VTP modes.
okay. Okay.
After that, you have to configure VTP domain name.
Yep.
If the domain names and these, after configuring these three in server switch, you have to configure client switches. Trunk, VTP mode client, after that VTP domain name. You don't require in VTP domain here, okay? If you
Okay.
configure VTP domain in the server, it will reflect into the client mode.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And give me 1 second. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. If you configure, it will reflect to all other switches, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And do remember that it will send only VLAN information. That's it. It will not send what are the interface you are configured this VLANs. It will not send any information. Just see this. What I say yep. What I say, it will reflect that VLAN information only, right?
Yeah. Only VLAN information.
Here, I am assigning ports to these VLANs. Okay, interface range 0 by 1 to 10, 5 are
Fast Ethernet.
yeah, fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 5. Switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 2. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
and same interface range 6 to 10
Done.
and VLAN 3. 11 to 15,
VLAN 4.
VLAN 4. 15 to 16, sorry, 15 to 20, VLAN 5. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yep.
I have configured in server switch. It must be reflect in this switch, right? But it doesn't. If you see in the server switch, how you will check VLANs?
Do show VLAN.
Yeah, do show VLAN. Now it is showing that this interfaces also, right?
Yes.
But here if you check VLAN, it will just reflect this VLAN information. It will not reflect these interfaces also.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, understood. Understood, Mahesh.
Yeah.
So why is it so though?
Sorry?
Why is it so? Like it should show some more details, right? But it don't show that. That's not a good thing, right, Mahesh?
I didn't understand. Please, can you repeat once again?
Yeah, the server should pass down the details informations too, right, to the client.
Yeah, I will send this. I will explain this also. Okay.
Okay,
What will reflect to the server and what will send this server to clients? I will explain this.
okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah, it is also just reflecting this VLAN information. That's it, right?
Yeah,
And if I configure, if I put another switch, and by default, which mode this one?
client, no, server mode.
Server, right?
Yeah,
What happened to this switch also?
it already got the VLAN info.
No, it doesn't have any VLAN info. But this is also server, right?
Yeah,
But it doesn't sending any information. It doesn't have any VLAN information also. But it receives VLAN information. How is it possible? We are saying that server will send VLAN information, but it is receiving now. Why it happens?
because soon as it is connected, it passed down the BTP trunking protocol because of the protocol.
Because of the protocol, the protocol says that server will send this information, not it will receive the information, right?
Yeah,
But here we have some restrictions. That is, which one have highest revision number? That is act as a server. Even though you have server mode, you are in the server mode.
okay.
If you have highest revision number, you are the server. Another server will act like a client. But it is more. This mode is server. Even though it will listen that server's information and it is reflected to this switch. It is reflected into this switch. Okay.
Yes.
Based on the revision numbers only, it will act like a server. The revision numbers are like if you configure VLAN here, VLAN 2. After that, if you configure name, whenever you configure VTP, if you configure VLAN 2, at that time it will take like revision number 1. By default, it is 0, right?
Yes, boys. Yeah.
Whenever you configure VLAN, at that time it will add 1. Whenever you are added name, at that time it will add one more.
2.
2. Now you add VLAN 3. Means you are modified in VLAN data, right? So it will add one more. 3. If you add name to this VLAN, at that time it will add one more. 4. If you remove VLAN 2, no VLAN 2. If you want to remove, just give no VLAN 2. It is removed the VLAN, right?
Yeah.
This time also it will add revision number 1.
Yep.
Like that, revision numbers, every time it will increase one number based on the VLAN configuration. Which one? We are saying that server will maintain this VLAN information, right?
Yes, Mahesh.
So, which server has highest revision number? Means the modification in the VLANs is highest in the whatever have highest revision number, that server has highest VLAN information, right?
Yes.
So that's why it feels that this is the highest revision number. Which one has highest revision number? That is the server.
Yes, that's the server.
Yep. Based on the revision numbers, it will act like a server. Okay.
Okay.
And here. Now you have configured. This is server, and I have configured 5 VLANs here. Means 5 revision number 5, and you have configured every VLAN name. Means again 5. Means version revision number is 10, right?
Yes.
And you added clients here. You added clients here. You added clients here. After that, you add a server. It is a new switch. Even though it is server, it listens. It has the revision number 0, right?
Yeah.
So it will listen the server's information. It is having highest revision number 10, right? So
Yeah.
it will reflect to this switch. This information also reflect to this switch. This is mode is server, even though the server is this one only.
The one with the highest revision number.
Yeah, the one with highest revision number is server.
Yep.
And if you want to change VLAN information or VLAN, if you want to add VLANs in client, it is not possible to configure VLANs in clients.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, here these are clients, right?
Yeah.
This is client switch, right?
Yes.
I am trying to configure VLAN here, VLAN 6 here. What it is saying? BTP VLAN configuration not allowed when device is in client mode.
Okay.
Is it possible to configure VLAN here?
No. Oh yeah. Yeah. VLAN 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible. Why?
Because it is still in server mode.
Yeah, it is still in server mode, but it is not reflected here. Here it is reflected, right? VLAN 6.
Yep.
But see here. Yep. Some. Yeah. Here also the revision number is same, right? This server also revision number same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all are changed to 9, right? When I configure in server, it is now it has the highest revision number.
TCP status.
See this? It has a yes, right? I forgot that this is server, right? Whenever I change this server, it will maintain. Now it will maintain the VLAN that information. Okay?
Yes.
So now this is the server, not this one server. If you change anything here, it will reflect to all switches again. Like that it will act. Do you understand?
Yeah, but we have not like set up the mode for this switch 6, the recent one, the new switch. Like we haven't set it up for the server mode, but it's already in server mode, right?
Yeah, by default it is server mode. Whenever I configure VLAN, that time it will assume that whenever I configure, the revision number is sent to all the switches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here just if you want to see, do show VTP status. It is also maintaining same information, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now see this. Means that this is content 10 revision number 10. If I configure another VLAN here in first switch, name, now 10, right? I'm configuring name also.
Yeah.
Now see this. Yeah.
11. Okay.
Right? Like that, it will reflect to here also.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Even in the client, same thing.
Yeah, client also reflect it, but we cannot able to configure VLANs in the client.
Yeah.
Okay?
One question, Mahesh.
Yep.
We can see the revision number, the same information in the client mode, right? In the
Yes.
client switches.
I will explain tomorrow because we today we have some party. Even though
Okay.
I left the party and I taken these three only, you configure VLAN information. Okay? If you configure VLAN information first, at that time also the revision number is same as 0 only.
Okay.
If you want to check, here first I configure VLANs, not VTP. See this?
Yeah, 0.
Revision number 0, right?
Yep.
That will maintain like this only. If you configure VLANs first, after that configure trunk port and VTP mode, at that time also the revision number is 0 only. Whenever you configure VTP, after that if you configure VLAN, then that time it will take the revision number.
Okay.
Right? Trunk port only will send this VTP frames. If you not configure trunk ports, the name itself VLAN trunking port, trunking protocol, right? VLAN trunk protocol, right?
Yep.
The name itself, it says that if you have trunk, then only this VLAN information we can send.
Yep. So
So
first,
we have to first configure trunk port, after that mode and domain name.
yes, ma'am. Understood.
And a status, right?
Yeah. So VTP status.
And what are there in this VTP version status?
Revision number, total VLAN information, server
Yep.
or client mode information.
Yeah. It will first tell that version of the VTP.
Yeah.
After that, it will say that configuration revision number. VLAN configuration revision number. This means.
Okay.
And how many VLANs it will support locally? Maximum 255 VLANs we can access using this switch.
Yep.
And they will ask sometimes how many VLANs support in a switch. 255 VLANs we can able to access locally. We have extended VLANs also that we will if you configure VTP, it will support 4096 VLANs.
Okay.
It is in ccna switching concept. How you will configure extended VLANs.
Okay.
It will support if they ask how many VLANs it will support means 255 only. Okay.
Okay.
We can able to extend this VLANs, extended using extended VLANs, we can configure 409 VLANs.
Okay.
And what is it? Yeah. Here, the number of existing VLANs 11. Did I configure 11 VLANs?
Uh,
No.
no.
And by defaultly, this switch here. If you check this switch, here it. Yep. Give me 1 second. If you see this switch, we don't have any. We did not configure any VLANs, right?
Yes.
Even though it is showing VLANs number is 5. Why? Because show VLAN. See this. This is default VLAN, right?
Yeah.
Means VLAN 1. And here we have another 4 VLANs. This is FDDI default and token ring, FDDI net and token ring net. These 4 also by default VLANs.
Yep. So total
Means
5.
defaultly we have 5 VLANs.
Okay.
And this is previous technology. Now we are using Ethernet technology, right?
Yep.
But previously we have FDDI and token ring technologies. To support that technologies also, that's why whenever they are manufactured these switches, they keep these technologies also. That's why they created another 4 VLANs.
Yes, Moez, one question.
Yep.
Is it required to understand FTDI token ring still or?
No, it almost deprecated.
Okay.
Now we are not using tokening and FTDA. We
Okay.
are using Ethernet technology, and they are also we have fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet, like that. They improved their Ethernet technology. We need to know only about Ethernet technology only. And another technologies also have. We have this is LAN technology, Ethernet. WAN technologies also we have. You need to know that WAN technologies and Ethernet technology only.
Okay.
Uh,